Hello, in this video we are going to be looking at how we can take drum samples that you might have. So samples that you've made yourself or maybe you've acquired from somewhere else, and how it is that we actually put them into a drum synthesizer in Logic. Now Logic's drum synthesizer, as you can see here on the screen, is called Ultrabeat, and every DAW has their own different one, but they all kind of work the same. So if you're not using Logic, you might find that actually some of these things are kind of very similar. Okay, so let's get started. Let's just go ahead, make sure we've got Ultrabeat loaded up, click Create, and then you get this menu appear. Now, if you downloaded the when you first installed Logic, you might have got a bunch of presets, which is good. So you can actually go ahead and click on any one of these and play them. What I want us to do is click on drag and drop samples. So go ahead and do that. Now this is kind of a blank template for, dragging and dropping in samples, right? That's kind of the name of it, right? And there's a good reason for that. And the reason is that you can drag and drop in samples into this bottom kind of box here on the bottom left. If you didn't download the all the presets and all that kind of stuff when you first downloaded Logic, or you deleted it later on, you can do this on pretty much any one of these settings. Just usually what needs to be changed is this, from phase oscillator or model to sample. Okay, so we can drag and drop samples in, but there's another quick way, and that is to come to this menu here where it says no sample loaded. Click on that and really simply click load sample. Okay, so navigate your way to your samples. So mine are here. And then select the sample that you want to load in. I'm going to go for kick. That seems like the most obvious choice first. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that one, and I'm going to click open. And that's it. That's how simple it is. If we just bring up the musical typing, Command K, we can actually play this immediately. So let's go ahead and do that. Amazing. And if you have a little look down here on the left, to where it says sample 0 through to 25, you can see just along this left hand side is a sort of piano keyboard layout, and that's exactly what it is. It's a keyboard layout. So what that means is, if we actually play a couple of these notes in musical typing, if I play this D note or this C sharp, you can see that they actually highlight here just on the left, right? And that means that they're being played, but we've got nothing loaded in, which is why you can't hear anything. When I play that C, that C1, and we hear the kick, you can see it lights up there as well. Okay, so I think this is a really useful thing to know, that it's in terms of its playability, right? So if you load in lots of samples around, sort of C, C sharp, D, E flat, and E, it might be kind of hard to play on your keyboard, right? So just bear that in mind when you're loading in samples. So thinking about that then, I'm going to miss out sample number 2. I'm just going to load in a snare to sample 3. And really this is just because it's going to be easier to play on a keyboard. So I'm going to skip ahead, go to sample 5. I'm going to load in the closed hat. There we go. And just to show you that you can, in fact, drag and drop in your samples, I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. So on this one, I'm going to pop it into sample 6, click on this one, open hat, and drag it into here. And there we go, open hat. So it's definitely, that's why it's called drag and drop, right? Kind of makes sense. Okay, so now next thing is, I know that this closed hi-hat, on sample 5 here, this closed hat is a little bit loud. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this down already. So how do we do that? This blue bar behind where it says sample 5, you can actually move left and right. It's a volume slider, just like down here on the channel strip, same thing. So go ahead and click that. A bit tricky sometimes to get it straight away. There we go. I'm just going to knock it down a few decibels. And same for the open hat above it as well. There we go, finally got it. Okay, so let's give this a play. So Command K for musical typing. And there's the kick, snare, close hats and open hats. There we go. So it corresponds to C, D, E, and F. And there we go. That's how you load in samples. So really simple. You know, it means that you can create your own samples or get samples from elsewhere, and start really, you know, being able to play in, you know, samples as you like. And all you can do with this is just record as you want. You know, we can give that a go now. Let's just hit record. There we go. Not the world's best beat, but there you go. You can hear and you can see that we've now got some MIDI there. And if we just close this one, there we go, piano roll notes. One last thing I want to mention is that you can actually label these. So all you have to do is double click and rename this to kick. And I think this is a helpful thing to do because it just means you keep a bit organized. Change that to snare and change this one to close hat, so just CH, and open hat for the open hi-hats, right? And if we just close this and go back down to the piano roll editor, you can see down here that the names have changed, which is really helpful if you're wanting to sort of pencil in notes in here instead. So if you want to actually pop notes in this way, that's how you do it. Great, guys. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. And I'd love to know what you think and how you got on using this. So if you want to share that with me in a comment, that'd be great. And as always, thanks for watching.